I think we're live now.
All right, fair enough.
People in the thread, tell us if you can hear us. Fine. Both of us.
Fuck, this
Hello?
is already pretty awkward.
I'm just waiting for people to confirm that they can hear us. Hello? Is anybody out there?
I think it's been bumped off the front page. Oh no, it's okay.
Does it say we're live?
Let me have a look. Yeah, you're broadcasting. I guess we should start the show then.
Oh, yeah, well, for the people that are listening, we've sort of prepared something for you. I'm not going to lie and say it was detailed preparation, but we're burned, you know what I mean? We always put stuff off. Procrastination is our name. So, what have you been up to this week?
Me, I've been sleeping in and missed lectures and shit like that. But besides that, I don't know. Every day it's like I just come home from school and then I think, okay, I'll do some work later. But first of all, I'll just like relax a bit, and then I go on ins, and then then it
Doesn't
becomes 12
happen.
o'clock. Yeah, and then nothing happens, and then you just go to bed.
That for you?
How about you?
Been up to nothing really. I went to the hospital uh, just for a lump in my neck, and I had a sort of Asperger heating burned moment because it was like a medical student, and she was a young like Indian or something. So obviously already I'm like fucking hell, I can't fuck up now. So I was already in a heating from her, and then the actual doctor came in, and it was a little African guy, and I was like fucking hell, because I'm not a skinhead, but I'm living in a skinhead uniform. I'm fat, got a bald head. I was just thinking, fuck, fuck, fuck. They're well thinking I'm part of the EDL or something. So I like coasted through it, playing it cool as a cucumber and that. And then I asked Big out because he said, are you allergic to anything? And I'm like, just freak the fuck out inside. No one screaming internally. Now you can tell how much social contact I have when I'm just freak the fuck out over the situation like that.
Something happened to me like about a year ago now. I had like some swelling in my ribs, so I went to the hospital to have a look at it. And, I was with my friend because my friend had nothing to do, so he came along with me. And the nurse like sat me down. And she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna like do some stuff." And she was doing some stuff, and then she said to me, "Well, she said something to me," and I heard, "Can you take your shirt off now, please?" Because I had like something wrong with my chest. So I took my shirt off, and then my friend's just like laughing his head off, and I don't understand what's wrong. And she's looking really, really weirded out. And I'm like, "Wait, is that what I was supposed to do?" And she's like, well, my friend's like, "Dude, she just asked you. She just said that she's gonna take your pulse now." And I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And then the rest of it was just like really awkward because, well,
So
you know
awkward,
how.
you blacked it out.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is like I don't know, she can't have been like more than like 5, 6 years older than me or something like that.
Yeah, he feels. I don't know. I feel safer in the hands of older doctors, mate. It's the young
Well,
ones that I get heatings with.
well, I get the heat things because like I don't know she was kind of cute. Like I kind of fucked up massively by taking my shirt off.
Right, so I guess we get the first callers on now.
Yeah, go for it.
Hello?
Hello,
Welcome.
Hello, mate. Where are you from?
from the Netherlands.
How's it there?
Uh, Cold and dark.
How cold?
Well,
Yeah.
well, one of the first topics we're going to talk about is do you have any like local folklore or scary stories from when you were little, whether it be in relation to your school or just your general surroundings,
Um,
like scary ghost stories? that your mum would tell you that relate to
Actually,
Holland?
I don't really know any
I've got one
ghost
about
story.
my
Hmm? Oh.
I got one about my secondary school. It's not really a ghost story or anything, but because the school has an old chapel which is like 1,000 years old or something like that. Um, and the myth goes there's an underground chamber from that chapel like halfway across the town to the other church in the old part of town, which monks used to go like back and forth in. Um, but we never knew if it was true or not. But there was like a padlocked door in the part of the chapel which had like a padlock trapdoor. But we never knew anything besides that.
Did
It's not
you?
really a
What was
ghost
in it?
story.
It was
Well,
just
it was
a tale about a door. That ain't a ghost story.
no, I mean, okay, so I guess it's not anything special. But it's kind of cool because the passageway would have to be like a kilometer, 2 kilometers long, something like that.
Yeah, like a crypt.
Yeah, something cool like that. Well, there's another thing. There's like a quad in the old part of school which no one really walks on, and I asked one of the teachers about it once, and he said that he reckons it's a graveyard without any headstones, and the ground's like all hobbled, and none of it's flat, so it could actually have dead bodies in there.
Creepy, man.
Uh,
I've got a sort of good one. Well, there's a clough about 2 minutes walk from my house, and if you don't know what a clough is, it's like a local dialect word for it's like a wooded valley. It's like a forest basically in the middle of the city. There's like a forest in the northern part, and it's called Boggart Old Clough, and a boggart is like northern. It's like a northern English folklore for like a little imp or a little goblin, and that's supposed to haunt the clough. And inside the clough, it's supposed to hide out and it'll get you. And deep down in the clough, so to think, you got a middle of a city civilization. You go into a massive forest, just walking for about 5 minutes, just in terrain like valleys, streams, and all that. And there's just a concrete, like a sewer, an opening where I think it's all the sewage comes out, and it's got like a massive slab of concrete on it. It's called the Devil's Chair, and that's where it's supposed to hide out. And I was just going down there with all my mates, and we thought, fuck it, we're hard, we'll look inside. And I'm not even joking. Now I seen something down there. I seen something like a boogeyman. It was like moving down because there's like massive bars inside, and I freaked the fuck out and just legged it. And I haven't been there since, and that was about 5 years ago. And next to it, there's a thing called the Russian Wall. It's like a dam type of thing. It's like a massive brick wall. And what else is there? Oh yeah, there's a bridge near one of the other entrances to it. And the story goes that a woman, she broke up with a lover, she killed herself. And if you go there at night time, you can hear her crying.
ooh.
So wait, so you said that you saw the boogeyman thing.
Oh, too right, man. I'm not even joking.
What did it look like exactly?
I thought it was a dark figure. I just looked into the sewage hole, and I seen, because you can see like the shade of the metal bars, and I just seen something move in front of it and everything. I was fucking legged it, man. Fuck knows what it was. I ain't going back to find out either.
Maybe it was just a cat.
Cat
Hello.
lived seriously.
All
Hello,
right.
hello.
Hello.
All right. Yeah, we're talking about ghost stories. There used to be a place called, it's like an abandoned building near me, and everyone used to call it the Haunted Doctors. And there was about 14, and we used to hang about round there. And I swear down, once I seen this hooded figure in a white cloak, and my mate seen it as well, and we was positive, and we both seen it. And I tell you what, I didn't sleep well for about 2 weeks afterwards after seeing that. It scared the hell out of me. But yeah, the haunted doctors. Don't know why they called it haunted doctors. The legend was that it was a doctors, and he used to strap people down in the chair and give them injections, and loads of people died there. But obviously, it's one of those little legends you believe when you're a little kid. Yeah. and there was other ones as well. I can't remember. I can't recall any of them. So, yeah, go on.
I'm going to say, I don't know if this is just like a story that I got told, but have you ever heard of Knocking Bob?
Knocking Bob, I've heard some. Is it where he knocks on the wall?
He knocks in the window at night time and takes you away in a sack. Ah, so it must be a Manchester thing then. So for the people that don't know, go on.
Yeah, I've heard of someone knocking on the doors, and that's tapping on the doors, but that's it really. I've not heard of Knocking Bob like that.
Well, Knocking Bob, I was sleeping at my mate's house one night, and she came in to put us to bed, and was pissing about, and she said, "No, best get in and close the curtains, because if you don't, Knocking Bob will get you." I was about 7 years old, so I was like, "What the fuck's Knocking Bob?" I mean, obviously I went like, "What the fuck?" But I was like, "What's Knocking Bob?" And she said, "Well, it's a little man, and he's got a big sack, and he comes and gets children, puts them in the sack and takes them away if they leave open the curtains at night." And I swear, man, I didn't sleep at night, and I was scared of the dark for about 5 years ever since. Why do parents tell stories like that to little kids, man? It was scary.
Because they think that it's going to keep them quiet, but just scares the shit out of them and gives them a massive complex for the next few years. Bloody hell.
Trust me, man.
The best lie I've heard to tell your kids is when they hear the ice cream van making its noise. Tell them that it plays the song when it's out of ice cream, so then they never beg you to ask for ice cream when they hear the ice cream van.
Yeah.
The one near me makes the match of the day sound. Hear it coming at 5 at night. It's loud. It's not even like moderate. It's just loud. You can hear it everywhere.
Yeah.
You can hear it from about 6 streets away.
So, Dutch guy, sure you don't have any ghost stories, or? Are you sure you don't have any ghost stories?
No, well, I did have some weird memories from when I was young. But no real stories. There was one time, I don't remember when, but for some reason I was outside and it was very late. And I remember there was something like skeleton. I thought that was going past the doors on the other side of the street. So that really freaked me out, and I went back inside, and I still don't really know what it was.
1 minute, we're disconnected.
Oh.
Knocking Bob's disconnected. The chat. Can hear him knocking.
Yeah, 1 minute, it's connecting again now.
Hello, it's Knocking Bob here. You'd have a Manchester accent there. Yeah, Knocking Bob. Stop knocking at my window.
Give me your phone.
Yeah, that was funny the other day, that chat with that thread about all the old insults.
Yeah.
You're a fucking
yeah, man, I was nostalgic.
Raging crackhead. Remember them all. Yeah, there was some funny ones. The foreigners won't understand this stuff. I don't even think the rest of the Brits will. I think it's just a Manchester thing that, so believe it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, what the fuck, it's not reconnecting. 1 minute, just let us get ready to call him and try and sort this out.
What's happened?
It disconnected, it won't reconnect. 1 minute, I'm going to try and sort this out, so I'll call you back in a minute, right?
Okay, okay. Hi.
Right. Alvin, are you sure it might be the actual radio?
Yeah, I'm
'Cause-
pretty sure it's not. It's the actual radio.
Are you on the RIC? Can you talk to Mr. Loom?
Yeah, I was just giving them a message saying it was fucked.
Right. Because the website's even down now, so I don't think it's us.
Yeah, the website's spazzing out as well. So.
What, RFK?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just try it now, but yeah, it seems to be a bit slow, to say the least.
Oh fuck.
Whoa.
What?
Massive
that's-
static.
Get by that. Huge amount of static on there.
Right. Tommy, I'm going to let you go, mate.
Okay.
Cheers for coming on. Speak to you later, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it still down?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I
The
can't connect
radio,
to the stream. So.
I think the radio site uses a different server.
Yeah, it does. That's
the
why
original site, yeah.
the site, yeah, it does. That's why Crouchhand's still up.
Yeah.
Oh, I was on a roll then, man. Getting into it, you know what I mean? I was all fucking loving it.
Well, fuck.
Well, nobody's listening now, so.
I think we're back.
We're back.
Seems so.
Yep. Site's back on, or it should be.
All
Yeah,
right.
everything's working now.
Yep. Yep, it's just loads of Finns all listening. Finns and Bavarians for some reason.
Right, so
Alright, well,
anybody wants to come on, just ring us. Because a Turkish guy wanted to come, he kept on messaging me, but it's already, you know, people on that.
Probably wanted some kebab. Remove kebab from the premises.
I think we've gone off again.
Yeah, it looks like it. Just our luck.
Mate, I bet Mr. Loom took it down because we knew we'd get all the viewers and that again. It's a
Yeah.
conspiracy.
He took it down because of what?
Because we'll get more listeners than he did.
Alright.
German passive aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Oh, this is pretty shit.
Hopefully it'll fix itself.
Yeah.
The hard drives are still very expensive. They're not supposed to come down in price till about 2014.
External hard
Pilot.
drives.
No, all types of hard drives, internal ones, are still really expensive since you had that flooding in Thailand.
Since you had the plug-in.
Flood in Thailand. There was a big flood in Thailand.
Oh, right, yeah.
It fucked up a load of factories.
Someone in the thread said, "Stop telling the stories again." Do you have any idea what they're talking
What?
Someone in the thread said, "Stop telling the stories again."
I think you mean start.
Maybe.
It still seems to be down.
Fucking hell.
It always has problems on the radio site, apparently.
Yeah. This is shit, man. We can't even run over anyway, because no that. Wait, no one is actually broadcasting afterwards, is there?
I don't know. The site's down, so
Oh,
we can't check.
yeah, but I don't think nobody is. Could maybe run over it a bit, or
Yeah, could do.
Connection is still down.
fucking
Yeah,
hell.
I'm testing. I'll know as soon as we're back on.
Come alive. Come alive.
Holy fuck! Some Canadian in the thread said there's a 3 terabyte external hard drive for $150.
That's good. That is very cheap.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll see if there's a link. We're back online.
We're back.
Really?
Well, I don't know if we're broadcasting, but the stream's back.
Yeah, the radio's back. I think we're back on.
Yeah, I think.
Right, I'll bring on some Canadian guy then. But now some French guy wants to come on. He said he's got a ghost story. Let's have a look what they're dealing with in France.
Hello? Are we back? Yeah, right. Sorted.
Supposedly.
We're back.
Hello? Oh wait, still ringing him.
I'm still ringing Thomas.
And to all the listeners, yeah, we're still on the topics of like ghost stories.
Ooh, scary ghost stories. Yep, knocking Bob's gonna knock at my window tonight while I'm in bed.
Yeah, man, close your windows. Honestly,
No,
though,
what?
man, you don't understand the level of fear I had from it. I couldn't sleep without a light on for about 2 years after it, 3 years. I only stopped being scared of the dark when I was about 13 because of that.
Yeah,
Every
well,
time I heard something outside my window, I was always fucking thinking this is the night.
I was scared of that because I always thought there was going to be a man following me in the house, and I'd always like look over my shoulder and stuff. And if I didn't look over my shoulder, then he'd like grab me and take me away. And also, when I was sleeping, I always had to have at least 1 foot underneath the covers. I could never have both feet underneath the covers. Otherwise,
I've always got to have both feet under me in case something grabs my foot.
That was the thing with me. I couldn't sleep with my feet poking out the end of the covers. I always had to have them under the covers, not because I was scared or anything. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Probably some sort of autism or something. I haven't got a clue.
Some Filipino guy just said our version of knocking Bob is a Suave Indian who puts children who don't take afternoon naps in his sack. Let's get Canada on the phone.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land. Right, so anybody who's listening, yeah, is there any folklore or any like spooky, scary stories from your like region?
Hello?
Yeah,
Feel
ring
free.
it.
Hi, welcome.
Hello?
Hey guys, it's back up or probably not, eh?
I think it is, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, we're back.
Hey, Canada, how are we doing tonight?
Oh.
It'll be evening.
Not
where
bad.
you are.
It's only 2:30 in the afternoon, unfortunately.
So do you have
I
any
don't know. Just woke
Canadian
up about
ghost
an hour
stories?
ago, so I don't have a Canadian ghost story, but basically the old town I used to live in, there was kind of this home, kind of the state-run home for basically, I don't know how to describe it, fuck up children. So these weren't children with mental problems, but like discipline problems. You know what
A
I mean?
home
Like
for
just didn't
Scousers.
listen to their parents.
Was
Well,
it
I
like
don't
a
know
home
what
for
Scouse is,
Scousers?
but I don't know what a Scouse is at all, but
Oh, it's someone from Liverpool, the
sounds
scummy
like some kind of
bastards.
bird, but anyway. But anyway, I used to have to walk to school along this long street with these kids from my street, and we always had to walk by that house at first. And basically, one of these times we were walking by, some kid actually smashed, like he jumped through a ground floor window. One of these crazy fucking kids, as we were walking by, started screaming. Then two of these like orderly people that were working there ran out through the front door, grabbed the kid, and basically dragged him back into the home as we were watching this, a couple kids on the street, right? So at this point we started spreading rumors saying like basically this is where kids go to die. They're being forced to stay here. It's so bad they're jumping through windows. You know what I mean? To escape. Yeah, and then that spread. That like my friends and I like started that rumor slightly in town. So I don't know. It was crazy. Just an odd thing.
Yeah, man, that brings me back to the club actually, because people always used to say, "Oh, don't go in there at night. There's loads of pedos in there." And
Yeah.
anybody that disappeared in there, they always said, "Oh, it was the boggart of the clough that got him." And so obviously, like when we got to about 14, 15, we're getting brave at that age, aren't you? So I thought, fuck it, man. We'll all walk through the clough because we're hard. And so everybody used to always like gather outside the edge
Well,
of the clough and psych each other up to go in. Like, "I'll go in," but no one ever did it. And then I remember one time, my mate, he said, "Fuck this," and just ran off into the darkness, and everybody was freaking the fuck out. We all ended up running home. But the little bastard, he found like a little path out of it, and he just ran right straight to that path, just legged it for it, and had us all thinking he'd been tucking the clough and everything. A little dick.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it called, by the way? I actually don't understand what you're calling it.
A clough, like I'll type it.
Sounds like cloth.
So it's like a little valley, a miniature valley. It's like a wooded valley.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like a forest with like massive hills and streams and rivers, like really
Yeah.
up and down, jagged terrain and that.
Yeah.
There's one in Salford, I brought called the landslide. That was similar to Boggart Hole Clough, where the river runs through the bottom of it. Though I think has Boggart Hole Clough got a river?
Yeah, it's not really a river. It's got like massive streams going all the way through it.
Yeah.
Hello, French guy. Are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
So you have a story, don't you?
yeah, well, yeah, I was wondering if this was an urban legend that had spread throughout Europe, because I was in France at the time, well, still am. It was when I was in the equivalent of year 6, and there was this story that there were Moroccan gangs going about that were kidnapping children, and then they were slitting open their throats, rubbing salt in the wounds. And I was wondering if this story
Such
existed.
is life.
We had that, but it was about the Irish.
We had a
I've
similar.
never heard anything like that.
It was about Irish pikers kidnapping children.
We had a similar one, but it wasn't any nationality with it. He said there was a gang from London going round called the Smiley Gang, and when they caught up with kids, and what they used to do is like force a knife into the mouth, but lengthways, so it started ripping all the cheeks and leaving like a smile scar on each side.
Oh, I like the Joker.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
we
the
had
Joker, yeah.
we had that story as well, but for some reason, it always involved salt being rubbed into the wounds.
Nah,
Is that some French thing?
That's really weird. We kind of had something similar like that. I don't know. You guys might have read about it online, but it was a scare that was created by the media where they were having these things called like rainbow parties or something like that in high school, where basically there'd be like 8 guys. No. There'd be one guy at a party and about 8 girls, and basically each girl would put on a different color of lipstick, and they would try to give like this one guy, obviously the luckiest guy in the whole world, make his dick look like a rainbow or something like that by all giving him a blowjob. You know what I mean? Like, and the media was putting this on the radio and like the newspapers, like, what is this? What is Canada coming to when this type of shit is going on? Like the moral decay of society. You know what I mean?
Sounds pretty cool if you ask me.
It reminds me of in school that all my mates were talking. They said, "Oh yes, some people from like the older years in the school they played Limp Bizkit, and after they got the dog to lick it all up and everything." It's fucking weird. Do you know what Limp Bizkit is?
I know what you mean. Yeah,
I don't.
what it.
Possibly. What is it?
French guy, do you know what it is?
No.
Oh God, right. Yeah, right. You sat down.
Yeah.
Cause there's gonna be some Sweden tier story right now. It's where all lads just stand in a circle and you put
Oh, the
a
crack
bis-
in the middle.
yeah, a cracker or a
Yeah,
biscuit.
I've done that before in the army. That's what they made us do. All the new
Wait,
people.
can you explain
What?
it? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'll tell you what Limp Bizkit is first, and you can tell the army story. So
Yeah.
you stand around with your mates and you all jack off onto a like a cookie or a biscuit or a cracker, and whoever is the last to come has to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
it's
heard
got about
that-
6 or 7
We heard
guys.
that's what they do in.
Come on.
We heard that's what they do in rugby clubs. That'd be good.
To do that in I'm pretty relieved to know this is like a Western thing. It's not just related to England because I always thought it was.
Actually, I think I have heard that about rugby clubs before. Actually, I know that rugby clubs have like the most arcane, like disgusting initiation ceremonies possible.
So what was the one about the army?
Well, the army one, there was just about 5 of us that had done our training together, and we got sent to this new unit, basically all in a group. And obviously, there's going to be a little bit of initiation going on there. And so they all made us do it, and I'm just like, there's no fucking way that I'm doing this. It's like the gayest thing I've ever heard. And they're just like, nah, if you don't do this, we'll just beat the shit out of you. And every new person has to do it. That's like the tradition. So, oh god, you know what I mean? Thankfully, I had a good, I remembered some good porn or something like that. So I think I was second or third to be able to come. But
Wait! You actually did this?
yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with Canada?
It's a humiliating initiation.
Did he actually eat? Did somebody actually eat it?
Yeah, they made him eat it.
Jesus Christ!
I was like 18 at this time, thinking like, mother of God, what did I get myself into? You know what I mean?
Wait, so you had another guy eat your own jits?
Yeah, another guy ate mine. Yeah.
God, if this happens in a Canadian one, imagine what happens in a Russian one.
But wait. So he gets more ridicule if he doesn't eat the cookie covered.
Oh, it just gets beat up.
Wait. So What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, okay. So his option is eat it or suffer like a beating and then months of ridicule.
Eating probably by the rest of the guys, and I don't know. They said everyone does it and I saw it happen to other people after I had been in for a couple months. When a new group of new people came, then I saw it happen to them too. So they weren't just fucking with us. It's actually like a tradition.
So wait, what was the thing you were doing?
What do you mean? No, I saw like I had to do it when I joined, and then couple months down the line. Canadian military.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I saw it happen to other people too. I mean, it was an enforced thing. Like, I mean, it was pretty regular. I'm assuming it happened basically all over.
So basically, the Canadian military is for the faggots.
No, only one of them is because only one of them eats it.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like a fair few end up eating it anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, that was pretty fucking disgusting.
Okay, that was a pretty much a horror story.
Yeah. Another time too, another weird like Canadian initiation thing is like when you have hockey tournaments, you always rent a big bus and you travel on to like different cities to play matches. And there's always, like, well, we call them Greyhound bus. I don't really know. It's basically holds about 50 people. It's got a really small single person washroom at the back.
Oh yeah,
and you always force like the new kids on the team, so usually 2 or 3 per year, to all go naked into that little single person shitter at the back. And they kind of have to ride in there for an hour or two, and I don't know, it's fucked up.
Why?
I mean,
hey, they wouldn't even let your little kids in. They were banned from going near the toilets because people would do shit in them.
Like what I don't understand is how these things come to be. So surely at some point, one guy was like, what would be funny if everyone got naked and went into that toilet at the same time? And surely all the other guys would be like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
But no, somehow like you guys skipped that stage and just got naked.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I always hear Americans talking about all the like gay references and the gay homosexual tendencies they have in the US Army. So I wonder what happens in that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it wouldn't surprise me. I bet it does go on quite a bit. It's just brushed up under the carpet, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be hard to go for 4 years. Well, for some people, it'd be hard to go for 4 years without any kind of sexual activity at all. You know what I mean?
That's what your hand is.
Yeah. But I mean, after 4 years, think of prisons too. Like, there's a lot of ass fucking going on in prisons,
No, see, this is the thing. So, ass fucking is not a thing in British prisons.
It's not just
being exclusively either American or at least North American thing.
Does it happen in France? French guy.
It's very rare. It's very rare.
Well, I don't know if it happens in French prisons. What I do know about French prisons is that they're very strong breeding grounds for radical Islam. So
same here.
Since Muslims aren't really into that kind of action, I guess that there's not much of it going on. but I don't know. I don't have any experience in that regard.
Just to go back, I'm sure you guys know this, but like the ass fucking thing in prison, it's not necessarily because they're all gay, but it's kind of like a way to psychologically humiliate people.
Does that
You know
happen
what
in
I mean?
Canada as well?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well,
Canada.
it's
France, you
interestingly,
can take them. We don't want them
Canada's,
anymore.
I was
Canada's
reading.
turning into the new Sweden. No, no.
I was reading yesterday an account by someone who had spent 2 years in an American prison, and he said that besides the sort of the rape that goes on as a way to yield psychological domination in prison,
Yeah.
it's actually legitimate sort of gay sex that goes on between cellmates, as just as a way to satisfy carnal yearnings. But so there are the two types. There is the non-consensual, but there is also consensual sex that goes on
Sure.
in American prisons.
Sure.
But it's the same thing that goes on in the Navy. You know what they say in the Navy.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
known for it.
It's not gay if you're underway, but it's queer if you hit the pier.
Winston Churchill famously said that the Navy is full of rum and sodomy. So you should know.
Yeah, I think the exact quote is, "The Navy is just the rum, the lash, and sodomy."
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
exactly what he said. He probably speaks some truth, and it probably still is true. But as for prisons, yeah, in British prisons, it's kind of rare, apparently, and frowned upon. It probably does happen, but it's very, very kept very secret. It's not like institutionally accepted like it is in America.
Well, I don't think it's accepted. I mean, they just don't care. I mean, they got other things to worry about.
Yeah,
I think we've gone offline again.
Another thing
yeah.
I wanted to mention too before is if you guys ever played on sports teams as a kid, did you guys ever? I know this sounds pretty gay, but like pissing on each other in the shower and stuff like that. That was pretty
No.
common.
Wait, what?
What the fuck is wrong with that?
Wait,
Man,
what?
I swear to God, this is totally like something that happened all the time. All the sports teams I played on.
Canada is officially the new Sweden.
Wait, what happened?
See, this shit probably doesn't even happen in Sweden. Sweden's like the straightest country on earth compared to Canada. Holy shit.
Why? What happened? I was looking at something else. What happened?
Apparently, in sports teams and stuff, in the changing rooms in Canada, they piss on each other as well.
In the
What?
shower. In the shower. Always in the shower. Always.
Sorry, that makes it best.
Yeah. Don't know what to say. That's just how it is.
So did you partake in this piercing as well?
I got pissed on and pissed on people. Sure, yeah.
For everybody who's just started listening again, Canada's telling another story. Go on. What happens in Canadian showers?
Well, I don't know, you'll be taking a shower, and if the shower head's on the wall, you'll be looking at it, washing yourself, and you'll feel like a different stream hitting you than from the shower head, and someone's pissing on you, and so you'll turn around and piss on them or something like that. I don't know. It's normally how it went. In the army too, we did that.
Canada, yes.
It's weird though. I don't know. Wasn't seen as something gay to do.
Well, it's not gay. It's just fucking weird. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we always have a stereotype here about British people. Well, how you guys usually, to my knowledge, go to all male like elementary schools and high schools, and apparently like a lot of gay shit goes on there.
No, actually. So first of all, well, they're not that common, and second of all, apparently, it's not gay at all. I don't know. I went to a mixed school, but apparently, I got quite a few friends from.
Single-sex schools used to be a lot more common than they are now. It used to be common up until the 50s and 60s.
But apparently there's no gay shit going on.
Sorry, there what?
Apparently there isn't a gay culture in all-boys schools.
Well, there's gotta be slightly. Think of when you're first growing up, experimenting with chicks. If you're only around other guys, there's obviously going to be something going on.
I don't know. I mean, like, I got off through school okay without experimenting with women. So.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. All these years we've been ignoring Canada, and it is comedy gold.
And you mean it's been more?
Yep, Canada. Canada is the new Sweden. Or was it Sweden all
Yes,
along?
I'd like to apologize to all my countrymen for ruining our reputation permanently, but whatever.
The thing we
It'll
need
be
to
really
figure
funny.
out though,
It'll be
the
quite
real
funny if
question.
the Canadians weighed in and said, actually, like this guy's full of shit. None of this stuff normally happens. I don't know where the fuck he's from, but you know.
The big
Southern
question though,
Ontario.
man. The big question is it the French influence or the British influence that has done this? I think it's France. Let's be honest, lads, it's got to be France.
Maybe I'll Google some links or something like that. I don't know.
I'm not saying anything.
I
Except that I've
Googled.
never experienced anything of the sort. But then I was always extremely nervous before middle school or college as we call it here. I was always extremely nervous that we would have to have communal showers. And
But so was I, but we don't have them here
Yeah.
either.
yeah.
We used to have swimming lessons in primary school, and I got bullied quite a lot in primary school. And one of the things that they did was because everyone had to, it wasn't communal showers, but everyone had to get changed in the same place, and they would like shout my name, and then I turn around, and then they'd flash their dicks at me, and then call me gay for looking.
like you have twice, right?
Yeah, like it really upset me, but I couldn't really do anything. Because I didn't want to go to the teachers and be like, they're calling me gay when I look at their dicks.
Yeah.
It's like that South Park episode, you know, where
with Cartman, yeah.
man puts his dick in I think it's Carl's mouth, and so he thinks he can call him gay. So they also do their dick and they call you gay.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any instances when you were growing up where people, like, I don't know, kids were just particularly harsh, like really, really harsh to one another? I mean, that kind of gay thing in the shower is pretty harsh, but I remember at my elementary school, there was this kid that wore like a helmet because he had seizures pretty much all the time, and if he fell and whacked it off a table, it'd be pretty bad. So he wore like a helmet. And I remember I was a younger kid, and I remember seeing these older kids just picking on him, throwing sand at him and stuff like that because he had that helmet on. Like, I don't know, just pretty harsh stuff like that. Anyone got any stories about that type of thing?
Not really. Working class in Britain, we always get a bad rap about how savage we supposedly are and our kids are, but everybody around my age always respected people, you know, with disabilities. They never fucked with them or anything. But I don't know how it is in the upper classes, but if someone had a disability, no one would. Obviously, you'd slag them off behind the back. Some people would, but you'd never, like, torment them or call them.
Yeah, you're right there, Carl, yeah.
Because if you did that, you just get battered for it. You just be like, what are you doing that for, you dickhead?
Yeah, I don't think that kind of thing happened.
It was like, it was looked down upon to like bully people, you know what I mean, that were disabled and stuff. I mean, bullying went on. We used to rip holes out of each other, but we never took the piss out of people who were disabled or had something wrong with them.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. Like you see in American, it's like you see in American films where they're all picking on like the nerdy kid or the disabled kid. It wasn't like that here. It was like, actually,
even the nerdy kids, eh?
Yeah, like what?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I just remember like on American TV, I see like all the kids beating up another kid. That never happened. Like, or the nerdy kids getting beat up and physical abuse. That never happened.
Yeah,
obviously there'd be fights and that, but you'd never see like loads of other kids battering another kid or anything.
Yeah, if that happened, they just get suspended or expelled.
Yeah.
I've spoken to Americans, and they seem to describe their state schools as prisons, basically.
Well,
without the gay rape, I think.
It kind of depends. Like our. Yeah.
Go on.
I was gonna say I don't know. I think the kind of Hollywood stereotype about the different groups, like I'm not gonna say cheerleaders and jocks and that type of thing, but it's definitely like cool kids and non-cool kids, and I feel like the non-cool kids would be shit, and they would describe it as prison. I could see that happening easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps we don't have that in our schools because we don't. I mean, I'm just surmising here, but perhaps it's because we don't have the whole culture where we don't have cheerleaders, we don't have varsity teams or whatever they're called, important football teams. So there are no groups for people to join where they can be acknowledged as being cool. Like there are no cheerleaders, there are no jocks.
Yeah, everyone's on the same level.
But you've got to have sports teams. I mean,
Oh yeah,
Not
there
really.
is there's sort of cliques, but it's not as established as North American cliques are. Obviously, you had the kids that listen to rock music and metal music, they're the moshers. Then you'd have the
Yeah.
nerds, and then you have like the cool kids, just like who everybody likes and that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Wait,
my school didn't really have any sports teams which played against other teams. Maybe basketball, but that was about it.
Mm.
were any of you using any cliques in school?
Not really.
Not really. Just kind of an average kid that was not picked on, didn't really pick on people, I guess. That's how I describe myself. I don't know.
Kind bird, get out of here.
Because I wasn't. Why?
Because you
Why
weren't
is
bullied,
that?
you don't know these feels.
Well, I kind of was in elementary school, but I don't
I wasn't
know.
bullied. I wasn't bullied, but sometimes like I'd make friends, and mysteriously after I didn't understand why after 2, 3, or 4 months they would just totally avoid me and stop wanting to see me, and then I'd hear them making fun of me, and I didn't necessarily understand whether they were joking at me or with me. You know, that
Yeah.
that was
I know
Did
that
hard
feeling.
did
sometimes.
you ever think to ask him to please respond?
Hand them a note in class after you haven't talked to them for a couple days.
I got this story from a friend of mine. He says, uh, so they had an assembly with a really important like university professor guy or something like come along and give them the speech. This was in high school or whatever, and so my friend's friend, he's like this big tall black guy, and he's fairly cool, but he has a mortal fear of shitting himself, and I don't know why, but anyway,
Don't we all?
he
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, he had this active fear, so it wasn't just a passive thing. He actually always feared that he was going to shit himself. And anyway, in the middle of the assembly, apparently he just said, "Oh fuck," and just like sort of tensed up, and everyone found it kind of funny, but didn't really like realize what was going on. And then about 5 minutes later, he just like got up really quickly and then ran towards the exit of the assembly hall, presumably to go to the toilet or something like that. Like felt it coming on. Uh, in the process of running, he fell over and just shouted "fuck" again, and then like got up, and then one of the other students, like the prefect or like one of the head boy or whatever, tried to stop him from leaving. And he's like, "No, get the fuck out of my way!" Pushed him out of the way, and then none of them saw him for the rest of the day.
Because he shit
We
himself.
we had a few incidents of people like shitting themselves in my school. There was one. He asked the teacher. Must have been about year 8, so we're talking about 12 years old here. He asked the teacher, "Can I go to the toilet?" And she was like, "No." She was like, "But I really need to go. I need to go to, I need a number two." Just like, no. So he actively walked to the corner of the room, just shit himself in the corner.
Wow.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there's another one where a girl supposedly shit in the toilets, and then she like wiped it all across the wall and everything. She got
Oh yeah,
expelled.
that happened at my school too. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that happened in my school, but in the boys' toilets. I don't know about the girls' toilets, but quite regularly you'd walk in, there would just be like shit smeared on the wall or on the floor or something like that.
Did it happen in
Fucking
France?
barbarians.
I have a rather strong fear of germs, so I never actually enter public toilets. So I don't know.
Okay. Interesting.
It's a pretty strong fear.
Did it happen in your
Yeah.
school, man, Clad?
In my school, I remember one time somebody set fire to the piano that was in the main hall, and the school got closed down for 3 days because of it. Yeah, someone just went in and set fire to the piano. Some lad called Martin. He got expelled for it. I think he got done off the police, but that was a bit of a strange one.
Fucking
Uh,
hell.
we always used to set the fire alarms off all the time. I mean,
Yeah, same.
yeah, it used to happen
Oh
about
yeah.
6 times. It used to happen about three times a week. It wasn't uncommon to happen. To
We
happen
It would happen quite regularly at the end of term time.
What-
The leaving students would tend to set off the fire alarms quite a lot.
This was all throughout the year, so they ended up getting those special key things in the fire alarms, so
Alright.
the keys could set them off. Fire extinguishers were another good one.
Yeah.
Some lad ran in the class while it was being taught, with one of those foam fire extinguisher things. Just started spraying it in the teacher's face and everything. Remember that? A few
Wow.
bad things.
We used to
Back-
have we used to have fire alarms pulled so often. They have these new ones that they've been using in Canada and the U.S. for a couple of years, where you pull it down to set the alarm, but it breaks a little capsule, and this capsule sends kind of like invisible ink onto your hand, the person that does it. So every time we got a fire alarm pulled, basically the fire department would come with a kind of red or a UV light or something like that, check everyone in the school's hands, and they'd find out. I mean, that obviously only that put a stop to it, of course, because there was no way to avoid that powder and glass kind of thing. But I'm surprised I don't have that over there because it stops them from anyone from doing it.
No, in France we didn't have that very often. It was just from time to time. Someone would pull the alarm if they had a test they didn't want to sit. So the alternative in France, you have in state schools, if you have a test you don't want to sit, is just go on strike. And
Yeah.
every few years we have huge student strikes, and students will even high
Student
school students
strikes.
will just go on. Yeah,
What?
you don't have, I don't suppose you have that over there.
No.
France fucking love their strikes, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, like we haven't had it for a few years now. I can't remember when the last time was, but every few years, basically, the like some minister will try to reform education, and there'll be huge strikes, and the students will join in, and the universities will get blocked um, for several weeks or even more than a month. The students will just organize a huge sit-in of the universities, and the high school students, whenever there are those sort of commotions, and if they have a test, they'll just oh, let's just go for a strike.
Yeah.
Back in primary school, a friend of mine once, he was just like sharpening his pencil behind me while I was sitting down doing my work, and then he just puked all over me. And I mean, like, not just a bit. I mean, like proper like chunks of food like all over the place. Like, it was quite unpleasant.
I got a story kind of related to the UK. I was in Germany at this at kind of like a disco, I guess they call them, or club, and we were talking outside because English Anglos just like congregate in a group when they don't know each other because we're speaking English in a foreign country, and I was pretty smashed. And this girl asked me. This was around the time of the wedding of the last two, whatever, I don't remember his name.
Yeah, William
Prince
and
Harry or
Kate.
something. Oh yeah,
Oh,
William.
Prince William. I'd love
Yeah.
Kate.
And yeah, she's fucking hot. But anyway, this girl's like, so what do you think? What do you think of the princess? And what do you think of the queen? And I don't really give a shit at all, to be honest. I don't think about it very much. And I'm just like, yeah, the queen's a whore. I don't know why I said that, but just because I was really drunk, And she just slapped me right in the face in the middle of this like club in Germany. She's like, you're fucking in the Commonwealth, all this bullshit. You don't disrespect the queen and stuff like that. And I was just standing there.
Was this a German girl?
No, this was an English girl.
I bet she browses in.
I remember.
An English girl. Was she a really like not posh, but you know what I mean? Was she really like the
Stuck
type
up.
that stuck up? Yeah.
Yeah,
really
one of the I don't know, like the big social background, but pretty like we're British, we're fucking great, that type of thing. You know what I mean? Brits abroad,
I remember once I was watching coverage of the royal visit to Canada. I think it was 2 years ago that the Queen and Prince Philip went to Canada, and the Canadian commentator seriously said, and the Duke of Edinburgh. I mean, I know that Edinburgh isn't pronounced how it's written, but the Duke of Edinburgh.
Yeah, we just got a different pronunciation, is all.
Like the Russians pronounce it, Edinburgh.
Well,
welcome to Edinburgh. Edinburgh.
Speaking of being in a foreign country, have you had any funny experiences with foreigners?
In our own countries, coming here,
or just any experiences with foreigners in real life?
Pretty much every day at university. My university is probably 40% foreign kids for some reason. God knows why, but
Chinese,
but Nigerians and shit like that too. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I got some profs that could hardly speak English too. I mean, like, what's going on with that?
French guy. Have you ever give someone the wrong directions in France?
No, I'm too kind for that. Even the other day, I mean, I was walking in the woman who came up to me. She could
What's going on here?
barely speak French.
Oh,
Still gave her directions to the Gare du Nord, which is where she wanted to go, which is sort of where the border begins between French Paris and African Paris. I didn't even give her wrong directions.
So there's actually a really big African area of Paris now.
Yeah, well,
yeah. Tell us the situation in Paris. The birds really need to know the truth.
well, basically, in Paris, you have, if you can imagine, it's sort of, you have a dividing line that goes from the northwest to the southeast, sort of, and southwest of that line, I, to the west and to the south of Paris is French, and to the north and to the east is African. That's really to simplify it, but that's how it is.
I see.
Yeah.
So,
I went to Paris a few years back, and from the tram that you take from the airport, Charles de Gaulle Airport, to like the center of the city, you go through some of the like honestly third world neighborhoods. It looks like at certain times.
That's the RERB, and as you say, the thing is with the Paris International Airport is that it's in Seine-Saint-Denis, or as we call it in French, we call it 93 because each one of our départements has a number, and number for Seine-Saint-Denis is 93, and it's just oh god, an ambulance, whatever. And if you say in French 93, 93, it's just a byword for immigrant shithole, basically. And that's where the international airport is. And to go from the airport to the center of Paris, you must take the RERB, which is basically a sub-Saharan safari. It's ethnologically very interesting.
Yeah.
I actually have a pretty funny stories from when I went on a Spanish school trip, and on the way we had to drive through France. So I must have been about 13 years old. So on the way through France to get to Spain, we had to stop in like a side rest stop or something.
Rest stop.
Yeah, but I had like a cafeteria in it and everything. Well, anyway, yeah, like a rest stop, say that. And I was ordering my food and that, and this is my first encounter with the French pompousness, because the woman must have been about 40 odd. She just looked at me like I was the piece of shit on her shoe, because I just like creeped up with my stuff, just handed it to her smiling, because obviously she spoke English, I didn't speak French, and she just did that eye roll like, and just put it through, and I just thought, what a bitch. And then once we got to Spain, there was loads of Germans kids in our hotel for some reason. They must have been on the trip as well, and they are beadle as fuck. I have not had a good impression of Germans. It was all like running around the hotel, sexually harassing the English girls that were with us, because it was all like we're running right through the hall, like in a hotel, just like shouting all the girls, and then they had a massive knock on the door. So I thought, and they said, right, you go answer the door, because I was the biggest. So I thought, fucking hell, I'm going to get fight or something. And then one of the girls just rushed in, said, can you let us in, all the boys are harassing me. And I just peeked my head out. This fucking pure light-haired kids was running about, and he was about 16 years old. I was like 13, and I was just thinking beadle scum. And then later on, some middle-aged German man came and banging on the door, screaming at me. He thought I was making a noise. Fucking, it's crazy, man. Germans, why so mean?
Yeah. Why so beautiful? Yeah, really.
So,
yeah.
Go on.
Someone wrote in the thread. Did someone just walk into somebody's room and call his mother? That was my roommate, not my mother. But yeah, just throwing that out there.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go now. Anyway,
I was gonna change the callers anyway. It's been an hour.
Right. Okay, okie dokie. It's been nice speaking to you.
Yeah,
And we've had a really good discussion. Same time next week, yeah?
Yeah, see you in a bit, mate.
Yeah.
Alright, take it easy.
Yeah.
See ya.
Canada and France, going to have to let you go. And I'll get on some new
Yeah.
callers. Cheers for
All right,
calling.
see you guys.
See you
Cheers.
later.
Who have we got new?
British guy and some Norwegian. Hello?
Hallo?
Hello, mate.
Hallo?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hallo?
Hello, mate. How's Norway?
Microphone problems.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
British guy, you there? Oh, damn it, right. I wanted to get rid of these two because I'm not speaking. I tried.
What?
Can you hear us alright?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, just a sec. That's a lot of colors. That's a lot of colors.
We've
Yeah.
only got 3 on
Oh, there.
total.
No, I saw a lot of icons that were like engaged, but they just
Oh,
disappeared.
yeah. So, German guy, have you got a story? Or Filipino guy, have you got any scary stories? That's the topic
Oh.
of this evening, and you, Dasher.
Well,
Um,
actually, I had a lot of
no.
gay. I was at an all boys school when I was younger, so I actually had a lot of stories about like homoeroticism. Well, not to me, but yeah.
Go
Scary
for it.
stories. I'm not really a supernatural type. So, yeah. Although I used to lock up my brother in a closet and tell him that our house was built over like a mass grave of Japanese soldiers. Used to freak the shit out of him.
Why? Why?
He's really annoying. Okay, he has a long list of offenses that pissed me off when I was younger.
So, German guy, have you got any? Don't be shy.
Who's German guy?
Oh, wait, you're Canadian?
Yeah, I'm Canadian. No, I said hello earlier, but I didn't get a response, so I didn't know if you could hear me.
Right, so has anybody got any stories?
Oh, scary stories? No.
Or
not really.
any
Unless
stories,
you mean-
anything?
From school or something like that.
I just slept all day, so.
Dash, have you got anything?
Not really. I think, back where I used to live in Russia, we had, underneath the school, like, field that was outside of the school, there was a bomb shelter that extended through, like, half the city. It was huge. It was obviously underground. And it was obviously not in use anymore, or it wasn't, being taken care of, it wasn't being looked after. And the entrance of that was sort of refurbished store. They made it into a store. And one time we kind of snuck in there with friends, and apparently when the adults came to get us out, they told us that this was like horrible, scary secrets and that we can't go look and blah, blah, blah. It was obviously just to make us not like stay out of there, but it freaked us out because it was always like this dim, long hallway that was right in the middle of the field, and it was just so tempting yet so incredibly scary. So that's the only thing.
Sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because I have some pictures from there, and I have a gas mask that I stole from there, and a sign that says, like, do not enter under high voltage to the generator, because they have their own generator, so, yeah.
Make a thread about it.
I don't think I have the photos anymore, but I mean, If I find them, I will definitely post them. It's hard to take photos because it's extremely dark, so you have to like either use a flashlight or I don't know, something. Everything turns out really bad.
I guess I have a scary story or something. It's not really a good one, but it's something. There used to be I know an old laundrette near my house. And it must have been burned down or something because it was all like charred inside. And we used to all sneak in there, me and all my mates. Used to like climb into a massive rock and get in through the window that had been pulled down because it used to have like an iron shutter. And we was in there one day, just like, because we used to go in, explore a little bit, and run out because we were scared. So every day we'd explore a little bit more, a little bit more. And we ended up going past one of the corridors. It was like a massive room. Then at one side was like loads of little cubicles. So we went in was one of the cubicles one day, and we looked up and we just seen some like yellow mold or something, and we thought it was a monster. So we all ended up running out. But the moral of the story is that ended up being asbestos. So don't fuck about, kids. We could have been dead.
Well, not dead, more like had cancer. But,
Same difference.
Well, it's only bad if you breathe it in.
Yeah.
I guess I have a story. A number of years ago, I was with my dad doing this kayaking trip in northern Ontario, and we were camped out on this beach, and I went outside of the tent to brush my teeth, and I was shining like my flashlight around, and I saw like these two glowing things that are about, at least 6 inches apart and like low to the ground. And there are black bears in the area. There are cougars too. They're pretty rare. So it was dark by that point. I was getting like kind of freaked out because I kept shining my light, and it was just like kind of partially obscured by the bushes. And then like my dad came out, like asked what's going on. And it's like, then he got scared too. And it's like, what the fuck's going on? And then we sort of slowly walked over to what this thing, because it looked like two eyes, like looking at us from the bushes of something really big. And it turned out to be the reflective part on my sandal sitting on top of a rock.
Oh.
Reminds me of was on like a hiking trip or something.
Sorry.
I was in the mountains or something. We ended up sleeping in. This was like massive high up into this mountain or something, or cliff, just really high up altitude, and we just ended up sleeping in a sheep pen. It was just the most surrealist thing ever. So yeah, awkward.
Well,
Hey, Canadian guy, can you vouch for what the other Canadian guy was saying earlier? How Canada is basically
I don't think we're
the
the
gayest place on earth, basically.
No, I've never been in the military, but I've never heard any stories like that. And I live very close to an Air Force base, so I would think that if that kind of stuff was going on, I probably would have heard of it.
So you never used to pee on each other in the shower?
No, although I did have friends in high school that, like, they had pissing contests, but that I was never part of that. That was kind of one of the reasons I wanted it in here. I don't want Canada to be the new Sweden on Int. I was getting kind of worried there.
Okay, so at least we got another side of the story, at least.
Yeah,
you still
as far
have
as
to go a long way though to beat Sweden.
Yeah, I mean our prison system isn't. I mean, well, I've never been to prison either, but I don't think it's definitely not as bad as what's in the States.
Yeah.
There are some prisons in there, but I've never been to them, so I wouldn't really know.
Well, speaking of Sweden and gay stuff, let's all just. Who do you think's the worst posters on Int?
Actually, I think that most Swedes are pretty good posters. There's a couple which are.
Do we really want to go there though?
There's just at least one Canadian that is just an absolute dickhead. Like, he just acts like a cunt for no reason. And I don't know who it is, but we all get blamed for it.
That's exactly what happens with Britain. Trust me, it's just one guy letting us all down.
Yeah, no, for the longest time I couldn't
come
take
on, it's not with Britain. There's definitely more than one.
That's just one guy. I promise you.
It's not just William. It's got to be. It's not just William.
I thought William didn't post anymore. Or am I wrong?
Well,
He does it stealth.
I haven't seen him lately, but like, at least like 2 months ago, at the very least, yeah, or a month ago.
Well, I would just like to use this opportunity to extend my love for the Brazilian posters. I nominated them for the best posters on Int.
Oh, except what about the Brazilian who's the pedophile and the one who likes being pegged or who wants to be pegged?
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of Brazil, at least not in general. I mean, they got some
There's
weird shit.
quite a lot of Brazilians. You can't really say, like, you can't generalize. So
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
have to
Most of
kind of.
them are fine. Except
Well, I wouldn't
I
say
guess
the quality posters, but the helpful posters. Like they're the ones to first to extend their hand of help if you need anything.
well, I suppose. Except for the Brazilians from Yalauta. You can tell though. You can tell the difference though.
So who are the worst posters, do you think?
Brazilians? No,
I
hell
don't know,
no.
Igor is pretty bad.
I haven't read enough
don't
Canadian
know.
posters just to ignore them, to be honest.
Igor's got a different ball. He's got Quebec, but
Yeah, Igor, he doesn't have a Canada ball.
I think it's more exaggerated. It's the fact that he has a name and a distinct personality that makes people focus on him, or as opposed to some less anonymous shit. A more anonymous shit posting country.
I think I'm not gonna lie, but I think the country with the highest number of shit posters is probably the United States.
Well, by sheer numbers, yes, but
by numbers, I don't know about percentages,
it can't be helped though. It's just statistics. I mean, like back when there used to be this site related to Blinken World that actually gave numbers and percentages of who was on at any given time, and when I used to follow it, I think during American Power Hour it would go a bit like 50% or over of all of it, and then usually it would be like 30%, 20% at the least. So yeah, when that many people from Int or just America or United Statians, it's a matter of numbers. They're gonna be shit.
It's a matter of, also time, like you said, American Power Hour or whoever Power Hour, because I don't really ever see that many Americans on. I mean, I do see Americans on, but not that many for it to be like a problem or anything. I think I see more Russian posters, a lot of Russian posters, and a lot of just very Germans and Russians is what I see.
I find Nazi Dutchman is pretty intolerable. I mean, it's not even a Nazi party; he just acts like a dickhead for no reason.
Well, since we're talking about best posters, India's popped up in the.
We've summoned the, speak of the devil.
India, you are the worst poster, and I've just made it so.
He doesn't really do anything. He just says I'm the best poster, and then that's sort of it.
Well, no. That means he's really, really horny. He's always making those porn threads non-stop.
He does make those philosophical threads now and then, doesn't he? When he defines the best poster and makes it in some sort of religious statement.
He doesn't really maliciously shit post, so that's a good thing, he's not like a shit posting crap. He's just kind of posting his own thing and people don't like it, but otherwise I have nothing against India.
He's not being fat, for example, yeah.
I think Pakistan is a pretty good poster.
To be honest, all the Middle East, all the Middle Eastern or the Muslim posters are pretty good.
Did you see the Jordan Ball recently?
Yeah, there's a war going on between three of them. It's the one
Jordan a long time ago, but I'm not sure if the one we have now is the same one. It's probably different because.
Oh, Jordan! I thought you said Georgia.
Oh no.
No, Jordan. No, Georgia's odd. One is gay and one is underage or something, or the other way around.
One's a fanatic for the French Foreign Legion, one's underage, and one's a Church nationalist or something.
I remember the French Foreign Legion made it asking for a total of 300 euros so that he could travel to France to join the French Foreign Legion or something. And I think some Australian made a deal with him. I don't know. The thread kind of trailed off.
Speaking of Australians, has anybody seen that thread by that Australian that posted 2 days ago or a day ago about the party van showing up?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed this.
He said that a van showed up, party van, talking
Yeah,
to him about
for anyone that doesn't know, some Australian made a thread saying got a knock on the door by the policeman saying, well, we don't have enough evidence to arrest you, but we want you to know that we're investigating you for being a part of a CP ring. We'll be back at a later date.
And he was like, no, not even close.
Oh yeah, he said, I go on some seedy sites, but I'm not into that type of thing. Why would you say that to a policeman? I know. And then later on, supposedly it was supposed to be the work of a Belgian hacker. Script kid he was. He
Well,
supposedly
that's just
gave him his address.
well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. You can always blame it on a botnet, but until
I read the news about it, like on the internet. I mean, the Australian news site that was talking about the CP busts, like busting, blah blah. But and then I kind of made the connection in my head because
Yeah.
later on.
really made the news.
Yeah, but it was like it wasn't like front page or anything, but it was there.
I'm
Yeah,
going to get let one of you go to get on a brie, Carla. Which
Oh.
one's it going to be?
For the-
Yeah, we're going to get a Brazilian on, so someone's going to have
I'll
to take the
volunteer.
bullet.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
I can leave as well if you'd like. Yeah, it'd be fine. So it's up to you.
I'm not really doing anything. I'm just sitting here, I guess.
Alright then, Canada, I'm going to let you go, mate.
Aw, damn it. I'm getting ignored again. All right, bye.
Sorry. And yes.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, can you listen to me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
We can hear you.
What?
We can hear you.
Okay. It's nice to be here.
May I ask how old you are?
23.
Right. Well, let's believe him for the sake of it. Yeah.
So have you got any Brazilian stories?
Brazilian stories? What about what?
Any horror
Well,
stories in Brazil or...
I never got robbed or be in favela, so I don't have so much nice stories.
Oh.
Are you the Brazilian that took pictures of his favela a while back?
Oh no, that's Favela Fag. He has a YouTube channel, and
Okay.
he goes on BR-chan, not really in itself. He was just linked here, at least as far as I know. Yeah.
So can you explain to us the Brazilian soul?
It's not well, I that Asburger. I really I can't. It's too deep for you.
Oh,
Too deep or too shallow?
It's actually Brazil. It's a mix of various cultures and so on, and the result is what we are now, and it's very complicated, or not. Maybe it's very easy to understand.
Can you ask what you've done to contribute to the rise of Brazil as a world power?
Being a Bernd and waste my time on int.
Does it feel like Brazil's going to rule the world in a few years?
No, it's pure bullshit. It's lie.
Where in Brazil do you live?
In Northeast.
Oh, Nordeste.
Nordeste.
Oh god, good thing the other BBRs aren't here then. They'll probably be commenting in the thread soon.
Or is Northeastern region that all the Brazilians always slag off?
Well, yeah, for being poor and like more black than the rest of Brazil or something.
Yeah.
I have a book called How to Be a Brazilian, bought in like Rio or something, and it's very informative.
How to be Brazilian?
Yeah.
Go on.
I don't have it with me right now, but it's pretty cool. It's like the typical how, they've got like superstitions, how they cure like ailments or whatever using like things, how they travel, how they meet each other, how it's like it's pretty funny. It's like a humorous, obviously, book, but it's pretty interesting. I'll probably post something from it one day, maybe. I don't know.
You could
Brazil?
scan it, yeah.
Brazil, someone just said in the thread, holy shit, a speaking monkey. And I just want to say, would you like to make an urgent appeal to the community to stop the harassment of the Brazilian posters?
What do you mean?
Would you like to use this
Like-
opportunity to make an appeal to
Ah.
audience to stop calling you monkeys?
Oh yeah, I don't care. Actually, I like that. It's our essence. It's to be a monkey.
So monkey pride worldwide.
Yeah, basically these.
Yeah, which does remind me, I never did get around to asking you, Carl, or maybe you brought this up before, but how do you take being called a cockroach? Even though, yeah.
To be honest, at first it didn't bother me, but then it really did. And yet I can count, I probably made about 6 threads raging the fuck out about it. It really did bother me, but now I can take it on the chin, but I still get pretty butthurt about it regularly. So if you've ever seen a British thread with walls of text totally dismissing every argument you have against us, it's probably me.
Oh god.
It's working. Put it that way.
You should just take it in stride, really. I mean, like, nickname for my country into his failed penis, and really, you shouldn't give a shit about it.
That's it. Do you get upset when people call you rice niggers?
Well, not really. It's God. It's just a name, you know. It can't be anywhere near as bad as what happens to us real life. Like, you know, Americans just dump toxic waste in our sea again, and like we can't even punish them for it because we signed an agreement that we can't visiting American forces can't don't fall under Philippine jurisdiction. So we got away with dumping toxic waste. Fucking bastard. So who cares
Fucking
about
Americans,
fucking
man.
yeah? Who cares about Filipinos when you got actual fucking Yankees shitting on your sea?
Brazil. Someone asked if you can give us a hue.
Or make the sound, yeah, like, if you can.
Okay. Can you please tell a joke first?
Okay. What's the difference between a prostitute and a girlfriend?
No.
The girlfriend doesn't make you wear a condom. Wait, I don't know. Yeah. I guess it's a kind of Beatlo joke. But no.
I've got a joke for you, Brazil guy. This will make you laugh. How many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman?
None.
None.
Well, that's kind of funny.
That's the worst hue I've ever heard. I can do it if you want.
I think it's a lie. I don't think he's Brazilian.
I don't know. There are traces of the accent, but yeah. I don't know.
I can try one if
say-
you want.
Okay.
It's like a... It's like that, isn't it?
Yeah. It sounds like this. You have a typical British accent. It's funny to hear you.
Thanks. I'm glad I'm entertaining.
You have a cup of tea in your hand now, right?
If you want me to, yes.
I'll have whatever you want to have in my hand.
Do you
That's
have
invitation,
do you have a banana
have
in your
butter?
hand?
I have a banana in my hand.
Do you have that stuff? They sell it here. It's like this green can, this guarana or something. It's called. It's like green and white, and it has like berries on it. 2, 3 berries.
Oh, the soda, the Antarctica.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, well, that's the Brazilian soda of choice, apparently.
How is the name?
Antarctica?
Oh, you mean the... Oh, yeah. It's very good. It's our Coca-Cola.
Yeah, they sell it here, and it's like sort of popular.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Leon Guerrero, where are you from?
Like I just said, I'm from the Philippines.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You share our Latino soul.
What?
You are a Latino. The Philippines, they say they are Latinos.
I think it's more like a joke on it, although some people do take it seriously. It's more like we were Latino. We were Latino, then the gringos came. Yeah.
Kind of like
Oh,
how
yeah.
Brazil is not.
They removed paella from premises.
Speaking of the gringos coming, do you ever see old Western men walking around with young
Oh.
women?
Yeah, mostly. Actually, I've been doing something for work recently, and like going through old newspaper archives, and a lot of it's been wedding announcements from like a certain town in the province. It's always like usually it's always this like Canadian or British guy who's like either like sometimes they're like young, like in their late 20s, but they really look burned, and you can tell they couldn't get a woman home with like actually rather cute women actually get like in the announcements. But yeah, it's usually Brits, Canadian, Americans, Canadians, and Germans. Like nothing really of the other nationalities. Always
Yeah.
enriching our culture.
You heard it here first, Ian. You can get GF in the Philippines.
Well, if you're willing to lower your standards, or you find like our scummy women attractive.
Brazil, someone said, can you say, give monies, please?
Oh, yeah. Let me prepare it. Give money, please. I report you.
Oh, I don't even.
Have you ever actually
guys,
played? Oh, go on.
You've seen like that video on YouTube, the one like some screenshot of Tibia and like with the monkey came from.
Yeah. It's a Polish, some Polish
video.
did that video. Yeah, yes. It's every time people ask me how is the way, I send this video because it's very instructive.
Yeah. So have you heard that, Carl? Have you seen that video?
Oh, yes.
No. I'm asking Carl. Carl, have you seen that video?
Nah, I don't think I have.
Oh, well, just type Tibia Brazil. Yeah, that way you'll know for sure.
Tibia?
Oh, and is that the German caller?
I think so.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
I'm a bit confused by the Brazilian guy.
Yeah?
Is he still here?
Yeah, is it?
Brazilian guy, why do you sound like Borat?
Sound like what?
Borat.
It's not the first person who told me this.
No, honestly, it sounds like, yeah, basically Pamela Anderson.
Yes. I talk like Bora, and I'm okay with this.
Do lots of Brazilian people sound like you?
What?
Is your accent the normal Brazilian accent? Do a lot of Brazilian people speak the way you do?
I don't know how is the typical Brazilian speaking English. How is?
Yeah, I guess I could say that because we have a few Brazilian immigrants here. But I guess it really depends on the region they're from. Usually, I knew
Yeah.
somebody from Florianopolis, and like she didn't really sound like you.
Actually, I never have a class of English. All English I have, I learn in internet and gaming. So my English is
pretty good.
shit.
That's pretty good if you learn it from gaming and the internet.
Yes.
That's how a lot of them learn it actually. Like school really doesn't help. Like English lessons in school tend to be rubbish. You always get it from the media.
Yes.
So, German guy there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Hello.
So have you done anything particularly German today?
There's a lot of German stuff. the topic before, one of the topics was scary stories, and one of the scariest German stories for me as a child is Struwwelpeter. I don't know if you know this story,
No.
but it's fucking creepy and it brings nightmares to generations of German children. It's about a boy who dies of starvation and another boy who gets his thumbs cut because he is always sucking on them. Then there's a girl burning to ashes. And if you're a little child, 4 years old, fucking, you're creeped out by this shit.
Yeah.
Honestly.
What bedtime stories do they tell children to be scared in Brazil?
I'm reading the thread and everybody is laughing at me because my accent and a scary story. It's like I read live in Brazil. It's scary.
Yeah. So how did you find him? Did you find it from Breechan?
What? Can you repeat, please?
How did you find him? How did Brazilians find him?
It's very noisy and I don't understand it.
Sorry.
Penis, stop the type.
Sorry, the Brit really wanted to know how to fuck a banana tree, and I just had to tell him how to, so he'd finally stop bugging me about it. Yeah.
I think I'm the most Asperger in this chat.
No, I think it's great. You add a touch of authenticity. Yeah.
And the Bernd live avatar is the Asperger guy, and he keep staring at me, and this give more Aspergers to me.
The way you say it, Aspergers.
Asperger.
It's golden. Never change.
Oh man, it's very Asperger. We don't have a Finnish guy here in the chat.
No. I tried to speak to one. I mean, I tried to get one to come on, but he never replied.
Is it the drunk one? Like the drunk one?
Yeah, it was him. It was him.
He was cool.
Yeah.
At least until he stopped, until he really lost it near the end, I think.
Yeah, I think he lost his mind a bit.
Their hands. German guy.
Yeah. No, sorry, I'm confused by all this technology in front of me.
Yeah. Tobias, are you there?
Hey, yo. Hey.
Oh,
hello, mate.
Hi, Toby.
Oh.
Hi. What's up?
Alright, man.
Guy. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
So?
Yeah.
How's Norway?
Norway.
What's it like to be a rich boy in Norway? You must be living a dream.
Well, I don't know. I'm burned. We tend to not how much money do we? Norway is called also dark.
Where in Norway do you live? Where do you live in Norway?
Bærum.
Which
Do you
part
know-
of Norway do you live in?
Bærum?
Bærum.
Oh, right.
I understood bottom, yeah, it was confusing a bit. But Barum makes sense.
So, do you have any childhood scary stories from Norway?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
a childhood story from Norway.
To scare children.
Scare children. I was a Boy Scout, so I knew a lot of this, but time has deteriorated my memory. Trolls.
As a
We had
Norwegian,
a
what do you
children's
go on?
program on television about trolls, which everyone was scared of. There was a character there called Hufsa. If you look this creature or monster up on YouTube, it
Yeah.
will scare the shit out of you.
So what do you think of all the abuse that Sweden gets in? Do you agree with it? Or do you want to defend your Scandinavian brothers right now?
I don't think it matters much what Burns think about Sweden, but I think Sweden is a little bit too, I don't know, social democrat. So I guess I agree with it.
Too cult Marxist for your liking.
Oh yeah, who is the ruling party of
I'm
Norway right
Norwegian, so I don't know if I should be criticizing Sweden. As we're not too conservative ourselves, but Sweden is probably the most progressive with those two.
now? Is that what they call it now?
That's the new buzzword, progressive.
Yeah, and that's not good.
What do you think of Denmark?
Denmark?
Yeah?
That was poo.
I heard there's a lot of animosity in Scandinavia towards Denmark.
Danes are a strange sort. They actually drink at work there, and they smoke throughout the day, 24/7. And they eat cake and grow fat. It's pretty much Danes.
Sounds pretty good.
That's what they do. And actually, Danish women have the largest breasts in the world.
In the world?
I think I'll move to Denmark.
Blaze it.
And don't they speak really weird, even for Scandinavian standards?
I'm not gonna lie, you sound a bit drunk.
They speak with a potato in their mouth. De snakker sånn her. Fløde med grød. Like
Brock,
that.
Brock.
No, not pork. What? It's not a word. What the fuck? What the fuck, Bernd?
Are you intoxicated by any chance?
Intoxicated?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you won't be alone.
No.
Are you drunk or high?
I'm not high. I'm drunk on love and life. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's drunk.
Well, welcome to the club, Toby.
Thank you.
Actually, the Danish language, for me as a German, it reminds me a bit of Dutch, because the Dutch sound to me like a strange German accent, really, really strange. And this Danish, I don't know, sounds for me like a Scandinavian German accent, like German mixed with Swedish. I don't know. It sounds to me like that.
Yeah.
But I don't understand the word.
Are we making a radio show now?
Yeah.
We are?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're live.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm a celebrity.
You're speaking to 50 listeners.
Got that radio voice. Yeah.
How many
Legend.
listeners we have?
50.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I can't speak to these old people.
It's all right. They're just faceless people on the internet. They're not real people. Yeah, it shouldn't affect your Asperger's.
But they are real and they are from all the world, and that's make me Asperger.
Imagine they're all pedophiles. It'll be fine.
Oh shit.
So can
I got
anyone
you.
link me the radio thread,
Yeah.
please?
Sure.
Please?
Brazil, there's even a Portuguese poster listening. So if you ever wanted to give a message of
Even
love for your father.
Portuguese.
Yeah, it's my father. I love Portugal. Can we have a serious discussion?
Sure.
Like what? Space travel.
Space travel. It's not too serious enough.
Brazil cannot into space.
What the serious discussion do you want to talk about?
Would you rather we discuss the New Delhi School of Deprogressivism or something? I thought not. Yeah.
So what's up? What's up, bros?
Guys, how many moose have you seen in your life?
How many moves? What
Not
the fuck?
moose, these big animals which
Oh, you mean those animals? Yeah. I've seen 3. No, I've seen 5 in my garden.
Like you do.
Eating flowers.
why are they eating your fucking flowers? God damn.
Because they like flowers. They like, the Dutch flower, which they cherish like gold. This flower.
Brazil, isn't there monkeys in cities in Brazil? Like little
In
monkeys
Rio, I
that.
Actually, in my university, the college, and we have some real monkeys there, but it's a little version. They are very cute, actually.
Do you feed them?
I mean,
yes, we can feed them.
but I mean, are they monkeys kept by the school, or they're actually wild monkeys?
No, it's not. It's not by the school. It's like I don't know how the hell they.
I mean, are they like wild in the sense like stray cats are wild? Like
Yeah,
they just go there and people feed them. Yeah.
Yes, it's not maintained by the school. It's wild.
Has there ever been any horror stories of little monkeys kidnapping babies?
No.
Raising them in the wild.
Why would a school have monkeys?
They don't. They just go there for the food.
We have cats and dogs, stray dogs and stray cats in the university. It's very wild.
Can we play some music now?
Don't know how.
You could sing.
Yeah, sing for us.
A song?
Sing us the song of your people.
Of my people.
Sing the national anthem.
Okay.
Be sure
I know a few words of my national anthem.
Not all of it?
Ja, vi älskar detta landet som det stiger fram. No, wait. Yeah.
I'm guessing you're one of the people who... oh god, yeah, you're not required to do the national anthem in school, right?
Nah.
Well,
Or we have to, but everyone just shuts up when it goes further,
Yeah.
And the teacher is singing alone because nobody else knows the text.
Well, that's what about the Brazilian fellow? Do you in school did you have to sing the national anthem like once a week or every day or something?
We sang the national anthem, but it's like once per month. It's not very often.
I think we should do it like once a week. Yeah.
We don't sing it in our schools.
Oh yeah, I guess it's a white thing. You're not allowed to be nationalistic.
Yeah. German guy be singing the national anthem in Germany outside of a football match to get arrested.
Yeah, actually, in my school time, we actually discussed the song in music education. So we sang it and then talked about the music and the different variants and the other, yeah, chorus or the other text of the national anthem and so on.
I told you
yeah.
they were still Nazi.
What?
I knew yous were still Nazi. Brazilian guy, someone told us to stop pussyfooting around the subject of Brazilian dick ladies.
Oh, it's
Oh.
very.
It's
Oh,
travesti time.
I like that reaction.
I don't know. I don't know in real life. It's from the internet meme, I think. But if you want, you can go to the streets and get one.
Brazilian guy, have you ever fucked a trap?
No.
He's too Asperger to even fuck, I suppose.
Yes.
Yes. No, don't worry. Be proud. You're in a minority now on Int. Be proud.
Is the Bunda situation in Brazil really as cracked up as it's supposed to be?
Situation of what?
The Bundas.
Bundas.
Is that really as good as they say?
Yes, we have nice bundas right here.
Nice.
But let me guess.
Nice.
You're gonna be. Are you one of those Brazilians who choose to be edgy about it and say they don't like bunda and they'd rather go for breasts or something?
I'm not the. I have different tastes from the rest of Brazilians. Actually, I like flat chest, and
You
little
like
girls.
DFC?
Little girls.
You like
Yeah.
DFC?
Yeah.
DFC?
Yeah, delicious flat chest.
Oh
learned that
yes, yes.
You know,
I love it.
I never knew about that term until image boards.
Yeah, I love DFC, and I live in a country where DFC is very hard.
Yeah, I suppose you have to start really early in Brazil too. Like if you want your DFC.
I have a
What?
question for Brazil here.
Go on.
Is it common to fuck donkeys in Brazil?
Donkey show.
No. I saw a documentary about Colombia
Oh,
guy.
I saw that. I
That's
saw
what I'm
that.
referring to.
Yes,
Colombia.
but I never heard about donkeys. I ever heard in very very rural areas. I guess they still do it with goats.
They still do it? You mean they used to do it in the cities, but now only the rural parts do it?
No,
Sorry.
just the very very middle of rural. They do it with goats, I think.
With goats?
Yeah, they fuck goats.
Don't feel too ashamed in the Philippines to use banana tree.
Yeah, and chickens. Don't forget the chickens.
Yeah, I guess chickens is okay too.
You can fuck a chicken? Is that even possible?
It doesn't survive. It won't survive, but yeah, you can.
You eat them.
My question now if you fuck a chicken and it dies, is it creepier that it's necrophilia or zoophilia?
Well, I haven't done this, but I knew someone who did. So, well, look, the point is they were really desperate because literally the only brothel in like 100 kilometers was closed down. So they ended up fucking chickens, and then when that got like shut down, they ended up fucking banana trees.
What the fuck?
But surely, in terms of if it's zoophilia or necrophilia, surely it's just both.
But it wouldn't really feel creepy at all, because wouldn't you be proud
Because
that you fucked
it's still
something to
alive
death?
when you're fucking it. It dies after you're done, because like from all the like intestinal rupturing or whatever. It probably dies a little bit.
Oh, it stopped.
So when you think about it, it's a very slow and painful death, and it's probably on the ground bleeding to death like minutes after you're done with it. So it's not really necrophilia when you think about it.
Poor
Well, surely-
chickens.
It's wrong, is what it is.
Oh my
I
god.
read about that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It was in Indonesia. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the listeners know someone's just mentioned when an orangutan was saved from being a prostitute.
Yeah.
It was totally shaved to make it look like a human.
I heard this thing yesterday. Apparently, female kangaroos have 3 vaginas.
Oh shit.
Does the pouch count as one?
I don't know. I just heard that fact on its own.
How? In what situation
Fuck,
did
I-
that just come up out of nowhere?
I was watching a program about QI.
Oh right.
So what other things can you fuck besides chickens and orangutans?
Basically, you
Everything?
could fuck
Anything with
Yeah,
anything with
pretty
a
much
hole?
like any mammal.
Anything with a worm hole, and even if it doesn't have a worm hole, they're the sick serial killer types. They'll cut a hole and make something of it.
Could you fuck a Bernd?
No one ever fucks
I don't-
Bernd.
There's a Greek guy on Twitter who says, "Yeah, I fucked a chicken once."
I won't put it past him. I had loads of fucked up sex stories from Greek posters.
Stavros, how does it feel to be a murderer?
Yeah. Okay, actually, how about dolphins? Someone just wrote it, and dolphins have a slippery hole. It's on their back.
Yeah,
I think
saw
only a
something on the net
Scandinavian would
about
do that.
Yeah, I saw a blog about how dolphins are really close to humans in intelligence. You actually have to have like a loving relationship with the dolphin before they offer themselves up to you or something.
I heard
A
something.
loving relationship.
Yeah, because they're really intelligent. You have to win them over. You have to court them before they offer themselves up to you. And not
That's
the
why
blowhole,
it's
the
called
actual
blowhole.
dolphin vagina. Yeah, and apparently dolphin vaginas are really amazing because like they can control the muscle contractions or something.
Amazing.
Sounds as if you have some experience in this field.
No, I just read about it, and yeah, Dash is
I know
right.
you know a lot
dolphin-
about the intricate practices of fucking animals.
I actually read the Kinsey report for fun once, so yeah, I really have way too much free time. I actually I think when I was a kid, I may not have mentioned this, but I think when I went 3 years without watching television when I was a kid. It was my parents' experiment in creating a super child, and I was deprived of TV for 3 years. They gave me a massive library to read, and and that's what you get is a fucking Bernd of some kind, a fucked up individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've definitely heard this thing about dolphins, male dolphins loving to rape. I've definitely heard that before somewhere. I don't know where.
Yeah, they rape female dolphins and like keep them in like some kind of harem or something, but like gang raping instead of
A
females.
dolphin harem.
And they'll apparently like rape humans who got like lost at sea. Some of them don't get saved; they get like raped to death instead or something.
What a bad way to go. Raped by dolphins out at sea.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
But how can the dolphin find its way to your butthole? That's the question.
I have no idea. It's
Very
just I just read about it.
It's magic. We ain't gotta explain shit.
Okay. Then.
So I guess that's it. There's 1 minute left. So thanks for all the callers for coming on, and thanks for all the listeners for listening.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sorry to Brown Guy for not calling in yet.
Yeah, it's too late. It's only a minute left, so yeah, we're gonna come off now. So thanks for everybody for calling. See
Thanks
you
for
later.
having me.
Yeah, thanks for having me yet again.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening, everyone. And same time next week. Over and out.
Is that then? Are we offline?
Yeah, we're off.